hey, you gotta think about it. Think about it.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. It's going to be a specific pickups video just focused on films, physical pickups, I guess. Some DVDs, Blu-ray, and 4K. Not a whole set, but some good stuff in here. I've seen most of them before because they're classics, they're oldies. I don't think there's any new stuff. It's probably one in the last, even that now is probably like 15 years old. But yeah, treat them as retro. Probably the best way to sort it. The first poll I'm going to go through are all from Retro Rewinders. I'm doing my bit to support local, and yeah, have the t-shirts. So the proverbial saying, and also the appareil. So yeah, it's a cozy t-shirt. I need to work out or ask the guy where he gets his t-shirts from, because I'm belittling my own ones, but this is pretty comfy. It feels like some good material, which is nice. But yeah, we're not here to talk about garments. Let's talk about films. So, say no particular order. The first two are by the same director, and that director is John Carpenter. We've got Assault on Precinct 13. So this one and the next one, I just got the standard. Have I got this one actually? I think I've got both. It's just standard DVD. So these ones, obviously Blu-ray, and you get a ton of special features, interviews with actors, the art director, the sound effects designer, some stuff on John Carpenter, interview with him, who wrote this as well, and yeah, audio commentary with John, trailers, radio spots. So yeah, pleased to get that, and a good price. And there's the disc. You're going to get like a manual with these. That's for sure. This one, which is new, it's still like sealed. Escape from New York, an absolute belter of a film with Kurt Russell. Quite like the sequel as well, which came quite a few years after Escape from LA. I got to see it at the cinema, which was pretty cool. But yeah, pretty sure that's Mr. Carpenter there. But yeah, an absolute belter of a film. Love that. The soundtrack, I'm sure, did John say John? It's like sound chatting like I know him first hand, but I don't. But I think he did the music for it, or part of the music. And yeah, it's even got the Isaac Hayes as well. Yeah, the singer. So that's Donald Pleasance, who obviously also was in some of the Halloween. So yeah, cool stuff. This is the newer film. Bottle Rocket. What's it got? So 1996. Geez, so it's still a good few years old. So I think it's Wes Anderson's first film, or proper film, that he did. It's got the Wilson brothers, so Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson. And yeah, I haven't seen this for donkey's years. So yeah, a bit of a story. Stage a wildly complex, successful robbery on a small bookstore, and then go on the lam. And a bit of love story, a befriending of a local thief, who's James Caan. So yeah, from memory, very script driven, more than than anything else. Albeit I think it still captures some of the aesthetic, some of the look that only come with a Wes Anderson film. So yeah, it's a good one. I do love I've probably got most of his films now, and the Criterion collection. I'm sure they've gone through all. There's a couple of the newer ones, not so great, but love this one. Love Royal Tenenbaums. Definitely give that a big thumbs up. What else? The Grand Hotel Budapest is well worth a viewing. And Life Aquatic, with Steve Zissou. So Bill Murray, I think perhaps in all three of those, is normally a consistent part of Wes's crew. Maybe not in this one, but I think shortly after he was pretty much in all of them. He tends to stick to his cast members. But yeah, cool. But I'm looking forward to watching that one That one again, this one needs little introduction, but yeah, Lost Boys, good to get that on 4K. What do you get with it? Yeah, more commentaries, additional scenes, documentaries, video commentary, loads of stuff, featurettes, music videos, interactive map, and a theatrical trailer. So yeah, so it's cool, not just to get the kind of the 4K uplift, but to get all the extra stuff as well. I've been a bit of a geek at the moment, so when I'm watching stuff, I'm watching the film, and then afterwards, yeah, not doing the audio commentary, so to speak, because it involves kind of watching the whole thing again, but more just watching any kind of interviews with the directors, or any little featurettes, trailers, malarkey, fun stuff, storyboard bits. So that's cool. Another 4K of our man Marlon on the front, Apocalypse Now. So yeah, again, did have this before, but not in 4K. So you get, I think most of them get the 4K, and you get the Blu-ray discs. There's a final cut version on there, a ton of special features. So like three discs, can't grumble at that. So that's cool. This one came out, it showed my age a little bit, when I was at uni, and got to see it at the cinema. I knew a little bit about Vince Vaughn, but I knew nothing about Jon Favreau, who obviously now is doing all things, you know, Disney, Marvel related, and it looks pretty slim there. He's put on a few pounds, but haven't we all? Can't be critical of that. I think the two of them, certainly Jon Favreau. Yeah, so Johnny did write it and co-produced it. I thought Vince may have done a little bit of it. I think it's mainly with John. But it's a story of kind of romancing and hitting the booze, and yeah, great fun with friends. It's got some awesome music in there, some proper Brat Pack related stuff, because a lot of it is in Las Vegas, and it's just a real good film. And I think I watch it periodically every few years, and see at the time I was probably with a girlfriend, can't remember which one, but it's kind of flitting between getting all emotional. Frog in my throat. Hang on. Let's wipe those tears. So yeah, at the time, uni, it's a few different relationships. So you watch the film and you see some of it for a certain perspective, but then as you get a bit older, a bit more, I'd say, established relationships. I don't think I've ever been too established up to a point, and yeah, you just see it in a different way. Also, they were quite young when they wrote it, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This one, an absolute classic, which I watched probably on VHS from the local indie VHS shop growing up. So yeah, Westworld with Yul Brynner, which I guess kind of prompted the more recent, series, which has kind of vastly expanded on this, which is arguably is a feature film, where the series has gone off in a many different directions. Some of them probably not, some good, some not so good. I felt it got quite complex. I'm assuming it's ended. I think I gave up the ghost after a couple of seasons. But yeah, this one mainly focuses on solely focuses on the cowboy part of the world. I don't do like kind of spoilers, but yeah, rich folk pay money in the future to go and kind of be entertained by modern day theme parks, which this one is the Wild Wild West, with your cowboys, which are basically kind of robots, and yeah, things ensue. We'll leave it at that. But if you haven't seen it, it's a classic. Go and watch it. So yeah, James Brolin as well, but mainly yeah, Yul Brynner is the baddie, absolute class. Yeah, some John Woo action. Again, I haven't seen this for yonks. My kind of go-to John Woo film, mainly because I've had it already on DVD as Hard Boiled. I think I might even have it on Blu-ray now. But yeah, he's done a host of different for this. I think was this one before. I'm not entirely sure. So this is 1986, maybe before Hard Boiled. It's got Chow Yun Fat in it as well, who's in yeah, he was in Hard Boiled, and what was he in? Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon as well. It's quite a nice one. They say yeah, Better Tomorrow. I think there's a Ultimate Edition. I think there was a couple of Better Tomorrows, but perhaps this is just the first. The first one. I'll just take that little gubbins out. But it's in a bit of a. I don't see many of these. Like steel case for films. Quite a nice touch, and a very nice thing. I don't know if it's some of these from the collection of Gavin, who basically runs the shop. So maybe it's one of his, but it's super nice, super minty. This one, yeah, real classic. It's probably criminal that I haven't watched it, and as you can see from it being sealed, I still haven't watched it, but I thought I'd pick it up. So yeah, Breathless, French film by, I'm going to butcher the name, Jean-Luc Godard, but it's meant to be, yeah, is it one of the finest films of all time, particularly, I mean, yeah, looking at the 60s as well. But yeah, don't know much about it, but I'll watch it, and then maybe I'll say a few more sensible words. And yeah, so these came from like Australia through trying to think who was talking about these. There was another channel talking about getting some DVDs through Umbrella, and it's like an Australian distribution company. So I thought I'd have a look, and these ones, particularly this one, it's really hard. I can't find a UK-ish release of this one on Blu-ray, but it's Tank Girl. But yeah, you get the slip cover. I have opened it because I wanted to see what was on the back, and I did it's a bit of a bug. Even the little cellophane, trying to get it back into the slip cover was a bit evil. So I yeah, opened it up. It did come with, quite often they come out with these, a little kind of standy thing, more for display purposes in the shop, that kind of sit like that. But once opened, it's just, yeah, it's a nightmare to keep them like that. Just, I don't think you kind of, yeah, balance, they would look well on your shelf at all. So I do wrongly or rightly, I kind of fold them up and put them in here as opposed to chuck them away. But really all they're doing is reiterating what's already on the back of the DVD. So it's not like, no great loss with that. But yeah, awesome film. Got a lot of time for Jamie Hewlett, who he draws all the Gorillaz stuff, also into like Blur, Damon, Albarn and all that. So Gorillaz, he's the artist. But I thought that was quite nice. Like I say, get it on DVD, Music Magpie, you can probably find it. eBay, you can certainly find it. Blu-ray, yeah, if you can find it, shout out, but I certainly couldn't. This one at the moment as well, say at the moment because it might change, but I couldn't see this one on Blu-ray. You can get the DVD fairly easily through Music Magpie when I last looked. But yeah, Master of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren, not particularly great film, but entertaining nonetheless. You can have a film that's not great, but it can still be entertaining in my eyes. Another nice slip cover. And yes, it has got something in it. I've just taken the disc out with good old Dolph Lundgren. And who was Frank Langella? I think was, yeah. He must have played the Skeletor. So he masked up, so you can't really tell. This is another one through yeah, the Umbrella distribution. Same old thing with that. I'm going to say I should have said the last one because it applies for this one as well. But you've got the reversible cover. The main difference is obviously get PG over in the UK, but I don't know the colour of that. Maybe I don't know if that's specific to Australia. Maybe the Australian kind of certification board. If you flip it round, you lose it. And but apart from that, I think the cover itself is the same, or certainly the image. So yeah, I thought I'd do that. Price wise, you may or may not be interested, but it was £40 in total for two, so i.e. 20 quid each, including P&P. Obviously fell under the, God knows what the customs threshold is over here. So I thought, bearing in mind they're not 4K, but they are Blu-ray, both of them. I thought 20 quid a piece, particularly for like Tank Girl, you could probably pay not far off that for just for the DVD. So yeah, lots of others on there were I say Australian exclusive, exclusive to Umbrella. And you could get them over here, so there's little value in doing it. You could probably find certain things I'm sure for a cheaper price, but for those two, yeah, I thought it was worth it. That's it, guys. Fairly short and sweet. I think I've still been rambling for a good 15 minutes or so. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm nearly there with, nearly there. We ever nearly there. The key wish list for my film collection. I'm pretty much there, but it will grow. People keep adding bloody comments saying get this, get that. So hey ho. Right, I love you and leave you. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.